Hello, welcome back to Thou Shalt Play More. It's been another canny while, ladies and gentlemen. But, I mean, you might see some things up here which I'm not going to show this video, which you can already see. But we've got a lot of pickups, and they're all free. How are they free? First, let's look at the pickups. Okay, so my usual Thou Shalt Play More mat is... Wait. Yeah, that's better. Hey, Eddie Howe! Come on. Great result against Liverpool for Newcastle. My usual mat I'm using in my little new Warhammer area. We've had a load of pickups since the last video. A load. Big stack. Here's one. Don't know if you can see. And here is another. That's how many games I've bought since the last video. That's craziness. I've also got a new mic. I don't know how well it's working. Let me know. Right. This was all bought in a bundle. But the first ones were all bought. These were all bought separately. Okay, so let's have a look what we got first. Right. Astrobot. This is the Japanese version, I believe. It has English on the disc. My wife's currently playing it. Spine art is all English. I've not played it yet. I've played a little bit to help her in some like tricky platforming areas. Like she can get through like most of the level, but that one bit where there's like some quick jumps needed, she's like, oh, and then she'll hand me the controller. That's as much of this game I've played. But I love Astro's Playroom, and I really want to play this, but all about time. Right, next one. Sifu. Sifu. PS5 version also, yeah. So I think this I got for like 220, it's like £25. And this about 150, like say £16. Not played Sifu. They're all just going up there for some reason. I don't know why. You know what it's like when you collect. I will get around to them. My wife did finish this, Stray, which I bought for her birthday. God, that seems like ages ago now. English, Chinese, Japanese, got all the languages on it. So she was able to play it, read it, get through it. I did spy her using a guide at one point on her phone. Sneaky, sneaky. This was just super cheap. I had it on my Switch back in the day. It's Wonder Boy. It's a remake of the original Mega Drive game. You can flip between the original graphics and the remade graphics. It's a great game. I played it and completed it on the Switch like 4 years ago. But it was but the spine. Chinese writing on the spine. Not a fan, but you know, £5 or £6. This I got from. Oh no. The disc is loose. So after reading about Sega closing down all the games, like their services, like on Steam, you could buy all the Mega Drive games and lots of Sega games, and they stopped all them. They removed them. They just pulled them all off the shelves. I thought, oh, maybe this Mega Drive collection might go up in value. Now, I did have this on the Switch as well. But if you don't know, I had a Switch with games. Then I hacked my Switch. Then I sold all my games. So then it was all hacked and everything was just like downloaded for free. So I wanted to get this again anyway, but that sort of gave me the kick up the ass to buy it. And I think I paid £11 for this, and I think it'll go up. And this is still sealed, factory sealed, but you can hear that the disc is loose in it. Now I did see Access Area 6. He said if you just jiggle it and then give it a press. I feel dodgy doing this. He's like, oh yeah, just give it a jiggle and give it a hard Wait, he said put it down on a surface. Haha! Access Area 6. Love you. That is in. Yeah? Great. Awesome. Right, next one. Ace Combat. I bought it because I wanted to relive that Rogue Squadron feeling that I had from back on the N64 and the GameCube. I've never played really a flying game since those games. I've never really played a World War One or a... It's always been like a space age style of Star Wars. But this looks great, and it was cheap as hell. Right. That was... Oh, I forgot price. About £6. Kingdom Come Deliverance, another game that I read a lot about. I saw a lot of videos of. Look very much like Skyrim, first person, without the dragons and all the magic, just more like old school medieval battles and things. I remember watching this years before it even came out, like listening to developer conversations and videos about it and demos and things like that. And yeah, also super cheap, like £5 or £6. Another game that I had on the Switch, which I bought on the Switch, sold on the Switch, downloaded on the Switch, finished on the Switch, loved it. Bloodstained. Ritual of the Night? Yeah, that's the name. I also did finish Curse of the Moon, which is like the, that was the, because this game originally was a Kickstarter, and Curse of the Moon was like a higher goal. If they hit a certain goal, they would release this 8-bit separate game about the same thing, and it was Curse of the Moon. Eventually, I think they did go on to release a limited run physical version of that, which I don't have, which I would like to have, but I did finish Curse of the Moon before this came out because I could just download it on the Switch for free. And then this came out and I got this and then I finished this and I loved it. I put so many hours into this. Great, great game. Very Castlevania Symphony of the Night-esque. It's really fun, really good. Right, and the last one, I have a little video of me opening this. I might try and throw it. Yeah, if you don't believe me.
So now you just scan this with your app and it'll show you what's arrived, and then it'll show you what color, and there'll be a flashing light and a sound to find it. So mine should be purple. And straight away, I can see it over here. So this is what I got. I saw Wayne pick it up. I think it was Wayne that picked it up. White Day.
But Wayne's World of Gaming is the reason that I bought this, or was it B-Rad? I forgot. One of those guys. One of those guys. And it was like £11. And I was like, oh, I'll get that. White Day. Spine-chilling Korean survival horror. It kind of looks like Persona 5 with your kind of like sim style in high school, but with horror elements, which to me, it sounds like a perfect match made in heaven. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, about £10, £11 for that. So I think all these games here, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably say £100, 110, 120 max that I paid for that stack. Right, this stack I bought all in one from one guy who basically had a PS5, all that stuff, Steam Deck and everything. He decided that he wanted just to go PC, you know, not PC like woke, like, oh, you can't say that, that's not allowed. I mean like PC, personal computer gaming. So he listed all of his games up for sale with prices and said, if you buy more than one, I'll entertain offers. So I just like screenshot. Why am I doing that? Screenshot the picture, put X's on the ones that I wanted, counted how many there were, looked at the prices and give him like an offer. So there was 10 games originally that I did select, and I said I'll give you $9.50, which is about £98 for 10 games, so less than £10 a game. He says, "Oh, sorry, some of them are sold," and I was like, "Oh fuck." Then he sent me a picture back. Only one of the 10 had been sold already. I was like, "All right, so what about the other 9? I'll give you 900. He's like, "Okay." So that's like £94, £95. So I was kind of strategic with the way I chose these games, like some based on value and others that I really wanted. So like you might see I chose PS5 games, which I just thought, oh, PS5, it must be worth more than PS4. No, not always the case. Right, a game that I really wanted, Dragon's Dogma 2. Will I get around to it at some point? Right. Another game, not a game I really wanted. I finished the first one, and I did enjoy it, but I found the map annoying as hell, and I found the gameplay a little bit too repetitive. But this is the sequel, and that is Jedi Fallen Order. So I will get around to that. Yeah. So the first one is Peggy, this one is NTSC. Next one, I just chose it because it was like a title that I might play at some point. Probably not worth much, really, to be fair. And that's Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, is it? Yeah, Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade. Next one, which looks great, and I know it won Game of the Year and all this stuff like that, and maybe me and my wife will play it together, because I don't think it's a game you should play on your own. It Takes Two. Baby, it takes two, baby. Me and you. Right, next one. This is one of those ones that I just thought, oh, it's on the PS5. It must be worth more than an old PS4 game. Never heard of it. Remnant 2. I don't even know what the hell it is. Remnant 2 pits survivors of humanity against new deadly creatures and godlike bosses across terrifying worlds. Play solo or co-op with 2 other friends to explore the depths of the unknown to stop an evil from destroying reality itself. Sounds a bit shit. This one I remember seeing Johnny Millennium Happy Console Gamer review, and it actually looked quite good. Tales of Arise. Maybe. It feels quite heavy, this one. Oh, there is some kind of junk in there too. Some junk under the trunk in Tales of Arise. This one, another PS5 game, I thought, oh, it must be worth something. And, you know, I like horror. Well, all my horror stuff. I've got horror t-shirts. I'm a big horror fan. I don't know if this is like online or what. Dead Island 2. And it must be Spanish. Si vediamo a Hela, nos vemos en Hela. Yeah, well, welcome to Hela. This game I finished on the Steam Deck and it was amazing. I loved it. Recommended it to my friend Steve. He finished it on Switch. Loved it. Who's the guy from IGN who I like the best from GameScoop? Oh, I forgot his name now. Sam Claiborne. I always like his opinion. I always respect his views on things. And originally I heard him talking about this when I was like, because I normally put GameScoop on a Friday to sleep to. But I do listen, you know. But like sometimes I'll fall asleep and I'll continue the next day. But I remember hearing about this game a lot back in the day, and must have took me about a year and a half before I actually got it. And that is, and like I said, I finished it, but this is just good for the shelf. Tunic. And it's a nice sort of like thicker cardboard kind of box version with the game, normal game inside, and some extra bump. Oh, it's got the map in there. It might have the strategy guide in there. And you can buy the real strategy guide for this game, like proper hardback, because that strategy guide, if you played the game, you'll know you unlock pages of the guide. So there's times where you enter somewhere, you have no idea what's going on. And you'll like click on something and it'll be like blah, 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 gibberish. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? And it could be so obvious, but you just don't know. Then later you'll find that page for the guide that it's referencing where you've just been. And you'll read it and go, oh, really? All I had to do was that? You could have done it, actually, without even having the guide. But because you didn't know what it was, you didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you go... Oh, I don't want to spoil anything. Just play this game. It's fucking amazing. Really good. I'll leave that one. Oh, I had a little bit of I went through a little bit of a Warhammer kick since I changed the corner of the game room into like a little sort of painting area. And this game was there. And it is Warhammer Space Hulk Tacticus. So I thought, yeah, why the fuck not? And the last one I really do want to play, but sorry, my neck. Did you hear that? Ugh. My favorite genre, you can see it. Oh no! My favorite genre is survival horror, and my favorite games are Resident Evil. I recently played through Silent Hill 1 on the Steam Deck, the PS1 version. I never finished it back in the day. I did play it. I also finished Dino Crisis this year, which I hadn't finished either back in the day, but I also loved too. And the next survival horror on my list before Silent Hill 2 came out was Alone in the Dark, the new one on the PS5. I've been meaning to get it. After that, I thought, I'll get this! Dead Space! And then after that, I was going to worry about Silent Hill 2, but then that came out, I was doing that still. Then and I haven't got that. I still haven't got Alone in the Dark. It's like my backlog is just crazy. Anyway, we got all of these games here, PS5 and PS4 games. Like I said, that stack of 9 was about £95. And the rest, I don't think I paid more than £11 to £14 for the games. I don't even know how many there is, actually, but there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the bundle. 10. Right, so let's say $2.50 maximum, yeah? The 9 for 95 and then another 10 for, like I said, between, well, some of them are actually super cheap. Like I said, like there's they're right down here, aren't they? Wonder Boy like £5, or Stray was 200, and Astrobot was 250. So yeah, I guess it kind of does. Yeah, let's say 20, not 25, £250 for these games, which does sound quite high, but I got all these for free. How did I get them all for free? eBay. I have a couple of contacts on eBay. Actually, I've got about 200 followers on eBay. I didn't even know you could get followers on eBay until a few weeks ago. I went on eBay, like, oh, they're all following me. I was like, oh, they're following me. I was like, okay, yeah. But I have a lot of repeat buyers on eBay. So because I'm selling from China and it's normally rare stuff that you can't get anywhere else, like they will save me or buy something. And when they get it, because it does take a while, it does take a bit of trust. But when they do receive it, they know that I'm trustworthy and they'll save me, and then they might buy from me again. So I did have a couple of people reach out and say, can you find this? And can you find that? And I'll pay whatever. And I said, okay, let me have a look. And I found it. So we're going to go to the roof. And I'm going to show you. Bye.
Up on the roof. Quiet. Nice and sunny. Super sunny. I'll show you around. I'll give you a little view. I'm not the only one who's using the roof. Someone is drying these fish out on the roof using coat hangers. Yeah. Here is the view. We're not the tallest building. My building is 18 floors. These ones are like 30. You can see the river down there in the gaps. There's our garden complex. Badminton, basketball, kids playground goes all the way down there. I think there's 60 buildings in this complex. And it's nice, we can just walk straight out there, straight to the river, which is really nice. There's the fish again. Right, so what have I been doing on the roof? You may. I've been spraying my minis. Got these little orcs down here. I've still got to spray this Space Marine I got from one of those blind boxes, and this guy, which I just bought. I think it was like 3D printed. Not even sure what he's from, but I think it's really cool. But I'm going to do him white, and the Space Marine white, because I'm going to do Blood Angel colors. So I think a white base would be best for those two. But we'll just have a look this way for a view for you. Let's say we live on the 17th floor. This is the 18th floor, so I just literally walk up one flight. It's not like I came all the way up here. But yeah. Nice! How did I get all those games for free? Let's have a look. This I bought specifically for a buyer on eBay. They have a gaming museum in Germany, and they bought a few things from me before, and they asked me specifically to try and find them this. Now this is very, very rare. There's none available on eBay or anywhere else. Here's the camera. It's basically like Kinect, but it was made by Lenovo. It's called the, where's my knife? Yiwu iSec by Lenovo. I'll have to cut this out, it's going to take a while. I bought this for like £200, I want to say, and they paid me £500 for it. It's still got the cellophane on it. So look at this. Looks a bit like an Xbox 360, yeah? Not Ewu, Edu, sorry. You can see here. iSec. The Edu iSec. Oh, big logo on the side there. And this is all still working from where I bought it from. A bit like a PC with the connections on the back. But it's very much a motion control console, which is why there is a camera. So £480 I sold this for. So that's like, well, I said paid 200, so £280 profit. Let's say 220 after fees. So that's all profit. That's the first one, right? So that's all back in the box there. So like I said, that's like £220 profit. So that game bundle, that 9-game bundle that I bought was £100. So I still got £120. In the other games I bought, that's probably all covered. But there's one more.
I said that you weren't on my mind.
This is a boxed console, Chinese variant, Sega Master System 2. Comes with Alex the Kid in Miracle World built in. It's just a normal Master System 2, but it's a Chinese box variant. Box is quite nice. It's not like terrible, it's not bad. It's still got inserts. There is one of the little flaps here missing. It also comes with one game as well, which I never actually mentioned, but I'll just give them it anyway because I don't have a Master System collection. But that is Bomber Raider, so I'll just leave that in there. I'm not going to take it all out, but basically looks identical. It's a little bit more grey than the standard Master System 2 in the PAL regions. But yeah, this one sold for £700. So after buying it, after fees and the cost what it's gonna cost me to send it to Canada, which is where the guy is that bought it. Obviously, you know there's no global shipping program when you live in China, because I'll have to send it to the UK, then they're gonna have to send it to Canada. It makes no sense. So I'll post it myself. But all the prices that I quote include postage, so I'm not then again charging them postage costs on top of that. So yeah, £700. I think on that one I'm about £350 to £400 profit. That plus the 225, almost £600 profit. The games I showed you downstairs, I don't know, £200, maybe £250 at the most. So I'm well in profit with a lot of money spare.
Okay, that is all for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing all these pickups, the eBay sales, listening to me waffle on and on and on and on and on. If you do like what you've seen, please give it a like and a subscribe. And on the next video, I've got some really cool shit up there. Big collector's edition things. You might have seen at the start, there's a couple of spoilers there, but I'm going to show them off all in the next video. And then the video after that, we're going 2 videos ahead, like a twofer, 2 for 1. I'm going to do a video on the value of my PS4 and PS5 collection, not according to CEX, because there's no fucking CEX here. So I'm using my app, which is GameEye, and they use pricecharting.com, which takes like an average from eBay sold and all these other things to give the value. So I'm going to be using that to tell you how much all my PS4 and PS5 games are worth. And that is like, what, 90 games, I think? 90, yeah. So stay tuned for that one. And I'll catch you on the next one. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah, all that jazz. See you later. Bye.
I'd be lying if I said that you weren't on my mind. I'd be lying